Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here with Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live at a charge for my favorite Wednesday night activity. The Winston Throwback Series is going to be live here for the Daytona 200, and it's going to be epic. They've had some fun in practice. They've had a lot of time to be able to figure some things out here, and right now they're getting the qualifying finished up. As you see, the number 18. Brandon Masajewski, he is out there qualifying. We'll throw up the top 5 on the qualifying rack, and we will see. Wrong qualifying rack. There it is. There's the field right there. They're trying to have some fun. They're gonna at least make an attempt to have some fun. That's for darn sure. A ton of fun for everyone. Brought to you by MCI Graphics, AMR Paintworks, Amar Paintworks, Team Monte Carlo Butt Kicker, thebuttkicker.com, of course. Make sure you go out there and use promo code Throwback for 25% off. Helps the leagues out and helps everything that they're doing. We're going to reload the overlay for you so that way it doesn't double up and, make some things. Joe giving some love to Grijalva out there. How you doing, brother? Let's go El Paso. Ready? Go Army. Appreciate you. Got it. Smoking R out there on YouTube. Anthony Crownover out there on YouTube. Michael Coulter Productions. Thank you, Miss Coulter. Much love to you. Special race tonight, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But first, your starting grid. Ryan Johnson is going to be your pole sitter tonight. Michael Strickland, the striker himself, is going to be the outside pole position. Who's getting skadoosh tonight? Let's go. Charles getting some love. Donnell out there as well. Yo, let's go. He says Donnell's in third on the starting grid. Good to see you out there in the chat. Rich Holland in the 35, making his presence known there, of course. Evan Burke is going to be there in the 94. Bob Gray in the 31. Joseph Grijalva, the number 24, is going to be there in that 4th row and 7th with Brian Farrington to his outside. Parker Weekly, Devin Galvin there in that road number 5. Jesse Bunnell, sorry, I gotta say it right. Jesse Bunnell out there with Dave Stenson, the number 90 Canadian's going to have some fun there to the outside. Let's take a look all the way back. Charles Garrett, Christopher Stewart in the number 4, that'll make up row number 8. Brandon Masajewski is going to be there. Amar out there. I think Amar's running the numbers. Anthony Crown over the number 19. Kevin Savoy out there as well. Bill Hales and Joshua Parent, Andrew Tenold. Charles Vance Quick Goat Racing Machine's going to have some fun. Michael Coulter Jr. is going to be 13th and 14th with Skylar Sheridan. I missed those guys up there. Apologies about that. Let's see, Matt Magner is going to be out there, number 77. Joshua Brock having a very, very lovely paint scheme on his car. We will talk about that in just a second. John Hammond, the number 10, is going to have Connor Hazel to the outside of him on the restart here. Bob Garofalo and Brandon Porter in that row number 15. Dan Withers at number 7 with Brian Ray Byrne out there, the number 32 spot. He is going to be there in that number 42. Matt McComas out there in the 44. It is going to be hot and heavy. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be great to see. And we will take a look, of course, at this car right here. Let me empty those out. Let me put those up. That is Wendy Ralph. 2 years ago, she passed away, and this marks the anniversary of that today does. So thoughts and prayers to the family of Joshua Brock. There is that fine, lovely woman right there. Something that I put in the chats and in the description, but I want to talk about it. He quoted, he said, "Mom loved watching Daytona. Anything NASCAR related at Daytona was her favorite thing. She always treated the races like it was another Super Bowl. Dale Earnhardt was her favorite driver. Junior winning the July race after Dale passed was her favorite moment at the track, right above the 98 win. We as a family never got the chance to secure her ability to visit the track. The best he could do was have her on Messenger video chat when he took his kids in the July 2018 race. Tonight, his mom is with him more than in spirit, and 2 years posthumous is finally getting her Daytona experience riding shotgun in the car and a necklace around a necklace around his neck, and hopefully we'll be able to see from the front of the hood well enough to guide him to victory tonight. That is the number 1 right there on there. Much love to the family. Some appreciation to all of the drivers and to the number 1 of Joshua Brock. Let's go racing here at Daytona International. 80 laps. Pace truck should dive off here. 2.48 miles in length. Temperature is going to be 91 degrees. And right there, this is the Yellow Rose Daytona 200, and we are green flag racing once again. Winston Throwback Series driving these phenomenal cars. The ARCA Series, the ARCA Menards, are probably one of the best learning cars in the series. 36, 835 side by side. Out of 2, they're rolling. It is a loud and fantastic track. And we're going to hear it all night long. MR Paintworks up there on your screen. Make sure you go check them out. Their links. There were links in past broadcasts, but I will tell you that it is going to be a ton of fun. We will ride along with some of the drivers here very soon. But right now, Michael Strickland, the striker, out front. The Dale Earnhardt Jr., Bud Kings. Throwback paint scheme. Lots of throwback paint schemes in the field today. 8:31, 35. They are rolling. And right now, you're going to see, they talked about it prior to the race. One of them was John Hammond back here. John said, you're going to see a big group of us fall to the back because we want to take it easy in the first part of this race, be able to keep up with the draft, but we're going to fall back. And be able to keep up. So they're gonna work together. Teamwork is going to be how you see these drivers be able to make some moves. But right now, side by side for the lead, Strickland and Gray, Holland, Farrington. That's going to be the top 2 rows. Sparks flying everywhere from the way these cars, the splitters bottom out. That is natural and normal. We're going to see that all night long as they carry around lap number 3 here at Daytona. Thinking everybody out there, chats are live, so you guys can chat it up all you want. Reactions are live as well. Thinking all of the folks out there watching on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. We are live on all 3 platforms, so thank you very much to everybody out there doing what you do best and being a part of the SC Warrior Nation community, part of the iRacing broadcast, part of the Call of Duty things that we do, the podcast, the game development, just everything that we are trying to put our hands in here and be a part of. It is a wonderful, wonderful experience. Thank you to everybody out there. Do me a favor, though. If you like what you see, free way to help out this community is to go up there and click that follow button, hit the notification bell to let you know when I go live. Tune in and do what you can. If you feel like that is what you need, I appreciate it, of course, and always. 8, 35, 31, 36, 20. That's going to be the drivers here. Let's go ahead, and we're going to ride along with Mr. Joshua Brock here because he's in the field. He wants to have it. And here is that number 1. Make sure that we roll that off there. We don't want to have that picking up where it doesn't need to be. The 1's right along with the 10, right behind cockpit view of the number 1. All that traffic in front of him, all that he needs to do is just bear in mind that this is a long race. I asked what the fuel mileage would be here. 20 to 23 laps is what they're suggesting is going to be here for the 60% fuel for these drivers. They're going to run 80 laps, and they're going to have fun. It is absolutely insane. Let's look at what he's got. 185 miles an hour. And as he is in the draft here, trying to hold up to what's going on in front of him, he's holding that bottom line very nicely. Look at it. Trying to stay in the draft. A lot of the drivers utilize kind of the driveline arc to it. But that is to say the least. He's full throttle all the way around this track, not lifting yet. Needs somebody to help him out. Needs that push. He's got the 10 right behind him, and they're rolling into turn 1 to complete lap 6. Grijalva is next on board, and right now he is in the mix. There's the number 24. We're riding on board with him. This is what he sees. He is wearing his VR headset. Bottom left-hand corner of your screen is what he is looking at in front of him. And we will carry out there kind of what he is doing. He is looking left, looking right, trying to make sure that he knows where he is at, what he is doing. And what an experience to be able to do this in VR as you see him carry the corner. Here's what our standard cockpit view looks like. And he's got the 21 to his outside. Look at where he is able to watch and look here. If he has to flick his head to look to the right, he will. Look at that. See, he looks to the right and says, "I'm going to check my mirror. I want to see what we're doing here." And that's just an absolute beast of a way to see this track. 21 to the outside of the 24. They're making things work, making things scream loud, and onto the front stretch into the tri-oval. They go again. Here we are. Now 7 laps in. We're going to go back to our allowed cams and make it stick, make it work. Good old-fashioned fun. 8 of 80 for the drivers. As now the control room is set. Roger, thank you for the like out there. Wheels America Cup Series, thank you for the like out there. Steve Tucker giving us a like as well. Stephanie giving us a like out there. Good old shares out there as well from us over to our Signature Esports Live Facebook group. If you want me to see what you're doing, the best way to do that is to join that Facebook group and share that stuff there, because I pay attention to that probably more than I pay attention to my own Facebook page, which is kind of awful, but I like that group because then I get to see what you folks are doing. I find my favorite streamers that way, and my favorite smaller streamers, so to speak. I find those folks that way, and it's a ton of fun to watch. So go and join that Facebook group, Signature Esports Live. It would be absolutely fantastic if you did so, because then I can see everything that you're doing. Wheels America Cup Series is going to be our next broadcast on Thursdays. We won't have a broadcast tomorrow, but starting February 13th, that's when we're going to be able to make their next-gen Cup Series debut. It's going to be the new Cup Series. I wouldn't call it February 10th. That Thursday, that week. That Thursday, I'm going to open up my calendar here and make sure I've got everything right. February 10th is whenever they get rolling. And they've got some new T-shirts for sale, all kinds of stuff. You can find their Facebook group, their Facebook page as well. Wheels America Cup Series is going to be a ton of fun. Kelly, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you, brother. Appreciate you doing what you do. That is the man. He's a good dude. Good, solid dude. All right, folks. Joshua Brock in the number 1, says Leo out there. How are you doing, Leo? Appreciate you. 8:35:31. Johnson in the 36. And right now, the 20 of Farrington, he is trying to make that Tony Stewart paint scheme lie around this racetrack. Here's where the hood of that car is trying to be right here. Onto the front stretch. Trying to give a big shove into the corner. Alternating here into the corner. The 20 right behind the 31. Camouflage, real tree. Gotta love you some real tree. 35. Little side draft from the 31 right there. And right now you see how the 20 gets right to the back bumper. Doesn't touch him, because if you put the nose of this car underneath that, you see that splitter on the bottom right there? If you get underneath the rear bumper of one of these cars, you know what happens? It turns it. It's absolutely insane to see. We have not seen that yet. So right now, 11 of 80 being completed, and they are smooth running. 94 of Burke right there. That's another driver we can take a look at. Let's go inside the cockpit view of the 94. He is wheeling that thing like it's a demon. Outside line, losing a little bit of ground here when it comes to staying compact and staying tight. They were neck and neck with the race leader up there, but I think Strickland and Holland have figured a few things out. Johnson in the 36 right below. They're able to make it work. This is the 94's cockpit cam. driver cams. And we'll take a look at our P2 position here. Richard Holland right behind the race leader. There is our Tabasco. He's got the cap. I tried to get the whole bottle in the shot, but the camera just wouldn't allow it. He is driving the Tabasco Mead Machine here for the Winston Throwback Series. They are running rules and paint packages from the up until 2003, 2004. They have different series, so it's absolutely killer to see. Much appreciation to all the folks out there running. Good line for the number 35 right there behind the 8. 36 swipes up top. He's trying to compete. We're all trying to make it work. We're all trying to have some fun, and that's the line he's got going right now as they come down the backstretch. $14 of 80 green flag pit stops should be somewhere in the realm of 20 to 22, 23 laps. We will see exactly where they're going to be at in just about 6 short laps. Who's going to come in first? Who's going to make it work? Who's going to be out there? Who's going to make up that ground? Who is not going to make up that ground? And right now, the pack racing still in play. Brian Farrington trying to hold on. Fastest lap of the race. The number 17, Jesse Bunnell, with a 46.37. That is what I'm seeing. And then this last lap, to take that back, we've got pretty much a three-way tie, 46.31 for the 18, with a 25, and Brandon Porter in the 16. If they're starting to get faster, I think that we're going to see somebody go much faster. One of the drivers that I'm looking out for is Bob Garofalo here in the Coors Light machine, the number 40. 15 laps in, they're carrying some drivers way down low, a little free off the corners. And John Hammond had to go to pit lane, or said he went to pit lane, but I don't think that he did. Some of the drivers a little slow. Flat tire for the 21 of Skylar Sheridan here. He's like, you know what? I'm going to carry my tire to pit road. That's exactly what we're doing here. He needs to come back around. Not quite sure what happened there. I think it happened right here. Let's take a look here. I think some drivers a little bit free. I think he was trying to come back up the racetrack. Oh, that was Skylar Sheridan. Way up there. Let's go back to live. Well, I'll have to find that real quick. But the 21 is going to be coming to pit road. This is probably the most unique thing that I've seen out of iRacing. He is literally carrying his tire to pit road. Can you believe it? Caution's going to come out. Now the caution comes out. Oh, he's carrying that thing. Brandon and Dave Stenson having an issue. We'll have to take a look at that. I wanted to see what was going on here. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Oh, in front of him, there's the 18 trying to slow down. Oh, 31 got to the back bumper of the 18 there. And then, oh, man. We'll go back. Kind of see how this develops. Looks like the 95 was right there with the 8. Oh, that was violent right there. No fast repairs for the series. 95 tried to commit to that line. He was up high with the 36, and we'll far chase this just so that way we can make this kind of apparent. Let's see where the 95 is on my relative here. This is Parker Weekly here. And then the 8, he didn't commit. And then that slowed up the 8, and then big shots up the racetrack for the drivers. Man, it was going so well. Wrecked from the front. Takes out a ton of drivers there. We'll see how much damage these drivers are going to have. I believe everybody's going to have to come to pit road here. Lots of people. Rich Holland, the 35, is going to be a race leader. As the number 18, lap number 18 is being completed. Pause for the cause, commercial break. Gotta hydrate. North Latitude, go John Hammond, Gator Dogs, go number 77. Matt Magner out there. Coming out 15 right now, Bob Garofalo, the fastest lap of the race, 46.10. Nobody's been better than he. And nobody's crested that 45.9 mark yet. I'm kind of waiting to see that happen. Christopher Stewart comes off pit road. Charles Garrett, the number 33, is coming back around. He was a lap down, and I do believe he's going to be back on the lead lap. He'll start at the tail end of the lead lap here. Joshua Parent coming off pit road. Matt McComas, Jesse Bunnell as well. Parker Weekly still looking to try to get some stuff repaired here. Long pace laps allows you to get a lot of the repairs done. One of the drivers that was a part of that was Skylar Sheridan, who is now still sitting. He's still sitting there getting some stuff fixed here. So he'll go a few laps down, but barring any kind of catastrophe, he might be able to work and get a lap or two back. He's got no right side tires. That's a big one. Galvin is your race leader. Grijalva will start right next to him, or restart right next to him. First caution was a big one. And, of course, thwarts this big old-fashioned helicopter award for you. You gotta like it. I mean, it's like the best thing ever. On the restart, well, I've got myself a fantastic little partner that I do in the broadcast booth as well. Coulter getting the number 3 shout out right there. My partners, or what I call my PICs out there, that help me out and make sure that what I'm doing here is the best, are the folks that support the broadcast booth outside of the leagues that we do. And now we bring it back, our Sounds of iRacing, kind of permanently. I'm going to be doing it across all series, unless there's a specific sponsor for the series that takes over that. This is what we're going to be doing. So when we go back, it's going to be a crank it up kind of feature for you, where you, if you have your surround sound, I kind of recommend it because iRacing kind of gets it right. All of the sounds on the broadcast booth brought to you by Texas Family MG. We're a single file green flag racing once again. wants to go back to single file to double file. Right now, the 3 of Coulter trying to get down low. Is going to take that lane away from the 45. Galvin was your race leader on the restart right there, and they are booking it right now. Winston Throwback Series driving the ARCA Chevy Menards. The 97 of Tenold right there as well to the outside. Has a push from the 10 of John Hammond. Grijalva in 5th. Do you believe that inside line is taken up by him? Trying to get that shove off the corner. You can't really push with these cars, but you can get really stinking close and make it work. If you have the control to be able to make the backstretch work, that's the best place to push. And right now, a little bit squirrely for some of the drivers. One of the drivers you want to keep a lookout for, the number 1, Joshua Brock, driving the Yellow Rose ARCA Menard Chevy. He's carrying forward again. Wendy Ralph, the big support here for her Daytona 200 berth. From the skies above, there she is. Rich Holland trying to make some things move once again. There's the Tabasco 35. He was second, pushing the leader for the longest time. And right now they're carrying very nicely down the backstretch. 5 right behind, that's Bill Hales. Good to see Bill back in the mix. There's the Kellogg throwback paint scheme right there. Does have, I think he's got Count Chocula on front. Charles Garrett looked like he had to go to pit road. He is leaving pit road now, the 33, able to get some stuff repaired. Brian Rayburn right there in the number 42 is going to be having to find somebody to work with because right now he's all alone on this track. And Rayburn is 14 seconds off the pace. Brandon Porter would be the driver that would be trying to pick him back up. He's got the 16 and the 31 with him right now. That is Bob Gray in the 31 trying to get back to where he was at. He was up there on the outside lane leading this race for quite a while, and now has a big old different feed here. 1695 right there in the mix, trying to get themselves back in line to get themselves back out front. But if they don't watch out, this big old hungry pack of cars is going to swallow them up very heavily. And right now, the 3 has the inside, 97 to the outside. John Hammond trying to put the bumper to the back of the 97 to say, hey, we've got to go faster here. We've got some lap traffic in the way. They're following the predecessor rules before the double line came into effect. They can pass below the double yellow line. Don't necessarily recommend it, but it's possible. Inside-outside moves. Everybody, 97 of Tenold trying to get himself into mix. He does have that top lane working for him. Trying to pull the 10 with him into the corners. 45 needs to get it back to the back bumper of the 3 on corner exit. We will ride along in the cockpit view of those drivers. Right here's the 97. If you look to the left, they're carrying forward. Top 5 of the drivers. See how they kind of swap positions here. Tenold to the high side, Coulter to the bottom. 10 of Hammond right behind the 97. And just look at the battle here that they have going on. Gyro Camper Coulter here as you look at where these cars are, how close they get. 97 up high, brings the 10 with them. And right now somebody's going to try to make that stick. Into the corner, 97 is going to cross over in front of the... There we go. 97 crossed over in front of the 3 to take the lead. Now John Hammond trying to do the same thing here as the 3. Oh, the 3, 97 kind of drifted up there, and the 3 was right there to the back bumper, and 97 goes around. Right car, wrong time. Caution comes out. We'll go back and take a look at that. 3 had the nose down there. 97 kind of drifted up the racetrack right there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. He gave up the bike. If the nose fits, that's where it goes. That's something that we've seen in all of the series. We'll go far chase view here so we can see exactly what happened here. Here's the 97. He stayed mid lane. 3 was like, I've got my nose here, and then all of a sudden that draft worked, and they go around nose to the inside. 5 was able to get around that and avoid. A lot of accident avoidance here. I think there's going to be a lot less damage to these cars than you think. They're able to take a beating here. 97 trying to work it. John Hammond, your race leader here. Let's take a look and see how his car is doing. I kind of want to see what happened to Hammond here. There's John Hammond. I think he just went straight high side. He did. I think he's the only one that got through there as clean as anybody, so he's going to be your race leader here. Another pause for the cause. Time to hydrate. Rich Holland is going to be back in the mix. There's the number 35 Tabasco machine. And when we come back to it, we will see exactly what's going to happen here. Superspeedway Racing, it's always aggressive. It's always a ton of fun. And right now, I think your lucky dog should be ARCA Weekly. Second caution of the race. It's been a good one. Right now, patience is about to be exactly where it needs to be. Joshua Brock to pit road here. Andrew Tuttle on pit road. Kevin's on pit road here. I think he's going to be sitting there for a second. There's the number 17 of Bunnell. He's going to be there as well. Don Nell trying to get that back rear flap fixed. I've not seen it bounce around like that before. It's got some heavy nose damage. I wanted to look at this camera. Look at that thing. It's idling and I wonder if they'll ever bring debris cautions. Kind of funny if they did. John Hammond, your race leader. Always a ton of fun, folks. Always a ton of fun. 10, 28, 16, 35, 18, 5, 77, 25, 23, and the 3 will be your top 10 here. Some drivers might be coming to pit road to get a little extra fixed here. We'll see what they're able to bring. Hammond was the one that got out of that the most the cleanest there. 35 is going to be right there with him. 18 is pushing it forward. I do believe Anthony Crown over to pit road here. He was one of those drivers that came to pit road. Brandon Porter in the number 16. He's going to be leaving pit road now. Joshua Brock able to come back around and catch back up. Kevin in the 99 still going to be out there as well. I do believe he's going to be on the lead lap. It does look like first driver off the lead lap. I believe would be Parker Weekly and Stewart. Stewart is Chris Stewart here in the number 4. It shows him a lap down. Parker Weekly was your lucky dog, so he was able to come to pit road and get some stuff taken care of. We will see. I'm sorry, he was not. Chris Stewart was your lucky dog. He did come to pit road. He came out on 27 to get some stuff taken care of. Anthony Crownover leaving pit road right now. Needs to catch back up to the field. John Hammond, 30 laps in. He's got to have some smooth sailing. A little left side damage for the 8 right there, you see. No fast repairs in the series. They're working. Appreciate everybody out there watching on all the platforms. Again, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I appreciate you. Another helicopter award for the fans because it's important. Pace truck will dive in. John Hammond will have to take him to green. It is a single file restart here, just like they used to do back in the day. And we'll see how they roll. Roll through the gears. Green flag's going to wave. We're back at it. 10, 35, 18, 5 of Bill Hale's back there as well. Something that you're going to see with these cars is that they are going to be able to draft very quickly, catch right back up to that race leader. Looks like Rich Holland is going to go to the outside with the 18. He's going to pass the 10. He's got a little help on the high side, but the 10 needs to pull with somebody, but Rich is going to make that pass. 18 is going to slide down with him. Do you want to be the leader or do you want to be the guy behind? That's kind of that driver behind, because chances are that's where you're going to find your big old-fashioned let's go get it kind of attitude. 18:35. John Hammond in third now, able to pick up the pace. Bill Hale's right behind him in that number 5 machine. Connor Hazel in the number 25 as well. Joseph in the number 24, the DuPont paint scheme. Let's pick that 6th spot out very nicely. Joshua Brock right behind him. Let's see. Let's ride along with that number 24 one more time. Trying to check his speeds, trying to check what he's doing there. He's got a little bit of a red line issue as he gets, caution's going to come back out here, folks. We will see what for. Not quite sure what happened behind him. 33 of 80. They're going to slow down and check up for the pace car. And we'll go back to the main screen here and see what happened. I think Brandon Porter might have had an issue there. I'm not quite sure. We'll take a look. No, Brandon Porter was fine. Something happened there. I'm not quite sure. Was it the... We're going to see here. Not quite sure. Didn't see anybody crashing. I don't know. Third caution. 16 back off pit road now, so Brandon Porter able to make some things work for himself. Rich Holland here. Still your race leader. The 18 of Masajewski here is going to be in second, and 10 of John Hammond there as well. Driver's going to come to pit road. I think for the most part, most of them are going to come to pit road. They're going to take that green flag pit stop and have some fun with it. Check the social medias here. A big reminder that if you haven't done so, go to facebook.com/signature esports and give yourself that wonderful, wonderful, wonderful opportunity to watch all the not only iRacing broadcasts that we have, but also all of the wonderful streams that we do for Maxima Sports Cards, for the gaming platforms that we do. Also, big thing to do. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see my personal gaming streams. That's where I do most of them. That's where I'm going to try to stick those, because then I can kind of be myself on Twitch without having to have too many issues, that's for sure. Twitch.tv/signature esports. Thank you very much. A check on the social stats. KPTV giving us a big old like. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Make sure you check him out. KPT.V.Pointers, POYNOR''S Motorsports on Facebook. Super awesome dude. Has some great streams. He gets in a race, so you can watch, follow from him as well. New follower on Facebook, Leo Brock. Thank you very much. J. Leo Brock becoming a follower out there. Thank you so much for doing so. You're absolutely amazing. Thank you for joining the Warrior Nation. Thank you to the high. Jace, I will redeem your. I have to redeem your points after the race, because my creator dashboard on Twitch isn't working. 7 likes out there on YouTube, 15 watchers out there. Everybody reach up there. Do me a favor. Click that like button. It helps the stream. Chat it up. That helps the stream as well. It just makes these guys more and more apparent, and more. There's more there that you can take advantage of when it comes to what we're doing here. And it is always a blessing, and it's just amazing to see you folks do what you do. So thank you very much to everybody out there doing what you are. I appreciate it very much so. All good things. Grijalva is going to be your race leader, 24-199-3. All of those drivers came to pit road on lap 28. Richard Holland, the next guy on the freshest of tires, well, maybe he just got some fuel. All these drivers up here did take a little bit of damage repair, and they will restart here very, very shortly. And we will see what happens. Much love and appreciation. Thank you to everybody out there for being who you are. And again, thoughts and prayers to the number one of Joshua Brock, who we will ride along with here on the restart of this race. Inside the cockpit view of the number one as he tries to take the lead away from the 24 of Grijalva. Movers and shakers, well, you are all just that. Thank you very much. Appreciate you out there. Winston Throwback Series brought to you by Team Monte Carlo, Amar Paintworks, MCI Graphics. You got to find them on Trading Paint. Some of the best graphics out there. Does a majority of the ones that you see in the field. Super awesome, dude. Go and check them out. That's going to be Michael Coulter Jr. out there. Green flag's going to wave once again. Through the gears they go. Butt kicker, feel what you've been missing? Well, that's what you need to see. 24 out there. Now watch the one. He's going to get a run on the 24 here. Does he take it to the high side? I think he does. Coulter Jr. giving a shove to the one. Joshua Brock for the lead here in need, so caution's going to come out. Chris Stewart involved. We will take a look here. We'll go back to the main. They're going to catch back up to the pace car here. And rack 'em, stack 'em, do it again. Fourth caution of the race. And we will see what happened. Chris Stewart having an issue. Let's take a look and see what happened. Stewart's right side tire. It's not Stewart. Ooh. 4 up into. That's Chris Stewart right there. Hold on. Let's see what happened here, because it does look like the 40. He and the 44 were side by side there. Let's far chase the exit here, because that is it's interesting. I think he comes up. Oh. I don't know if he just didn't know he was there, didn't know if it was clear. Not quite sure what happened there. But the 4 goes around. He's going to get the patented helicopter award. And we'll go back to where we are. Joshua Brock was hoping for a green flag run there. He was ready to go. He was ready to pounce. Let's see if we can do some redemptions here while we sit here. Nope, can't do any redemptions there. That's crazy. Go to my creator dashboard. Let's see if I can do it from the phone. Yeah, I can do it from my phone. Hold on. Hold the phone. Pretty sure I can. Pretty sure I can. Well, at least I used to be able to. I don't know, folks. I'm trying. Alrighty, lights are on the pace truck. We talk about hydrates. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be hydrating. It's far from over. Halfway through this race, fourth caution, and happening way back in the pack. We'll see how they're going to be able to make it work. 94 of Burke. You know, Burke, I think you needed to wear your helmet today. He didn't have his good luck charm on. That happened. He needed to have his good luck charm on. Yep. Come on, let me do it. Folks, come on, Josh, take it to the checker, says Leo out there. Appreciate you. 3 followers away from 600 on Twitch, so thank you very much to everybody that helped make that possible. You're amazing. Holder Jr. in third. It's going to have a good push here. They will have to come to pit road at least one more time for a green flag pit stop if it stays green the entire way. So keep that in mind. We should see them into pit road somewhere around the 57 to 60 mark to be able to make it to the end if there are no cautions. Right now, we have many drivers that see Amar's running the numbers out there. Thank you to Amar for being the race control on these races, because tell you what, that can be challenging in itself. Brian Farrington out of the race. Ryan Johnson, Dave Stinson, Skylar Sheridan, Evan out of the race as well. Joshua Brock is going to be your race leader here. We're going to go back to green flag racing once again here at the Winston Throwback Series. Daytona has been fun. They had that long green flag run early on, and that was that double file restart, or the double file start. Everybody kind of knew where they were going to be, had a game plan, and now that they have some things have changed, they're making it work. They're going to make it stick. Green flag waves once again here at Daytona. Nighttime is the right time. Garofalo off track there. Something happened to Bob. Did Bob have to come to pit road here? Oh, Bob went down to pit. We'll have to take a look here. Let's take a look here. Bob got booted from behind. I think he got free off the corner. He's going to have to get back up there. He spins it back around. He's probably going to need a black flag cleared. He got booted down to pit road. 1:3:24. A good restart. Lap 40 being completed as we speak. 24 Grijalva there. The 99 of Savoy. Joshua Brock leading Miss Wendy around this race and leads a lap. He said that if he won this race, he'd be an emotional wreck. I can understand that. This is his mother's favorite racetrack. And lap 41 is being all about that number 1 card, the 3 behind, the 24, the 99, and the 10. Everybody rooting this driver on to win this race. Even the drivers in the field, nobody's going to let him just win it for sure. But it'd be cool if he did. What's the 94 doing right now? The 94 is out of the race. 94 got caught up in part of an accident earlier, and he is out of the race. East Coast Tour Modifieds, appreciate you. He's not in the field. His camera's probably gone. He is out of the race at the moment. So just so you know, yeah, I think he's just relaxing. He's just chilling. maybe watching the race from his point of view. Josh King, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you, brother. 43 of 80. Caution again, Chris Stewart involved. 4 has the 31 with him. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It pulls a net code through the 31. 4 goes around. It's a huge run there. Smashes the wall. Man, let's see one more time. I kind of want to cockpit view this. I want to see what happened here. We'll see the run that they have into the corner here. Drifts up the track a little bit there. He lets out of the gas. Something happened there. I wonder if he had an equipment malfunction or something, because it sounded like his gas cut out. Here you go. Listen again. One more time. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. I mean, he's way out of the gas. Watch. Up the track. You hear that? You hear what happened there? Man, and from the 31's point of view, one more time. It's from Bob's point of view. He didn't expect that. I wouldn't have expected that. Hold on. Here's the speed going into the corner. He's right there with him. Here, Bob's gas not cut out, and then all of a sudden, he is right there. There's nothing he could have done about that. Matt Magner's on pit road. Joshua Brock is your race leader here. Blinky, what's up? Good to see you out there, my friend. Appreciate you very much for being out there. Three cameras still on. Good to see everybody out there. Thank you to everybody tuning in here on the Wednesday night to Winston Throwback Series. 5th caution of the race, 44 of 80. Everybody extending their hand to the number 1. Michael Calder Jr. is going to have Grijalva behind him. The 99 of Kevin doing what he can. Now, the more cautions they have, more fuel that they can save, and that will play a ginormous factor here. Heath Kenny, thank you for the follow out there on Facebook. Much love and appreciation to you. You're absolutely fantastic. I saw that just happen just a little bit ago. Thank you very much. Let's like some comments. Let's give everybody some love. Kelly Pointer giving me some likes out there. Thank you to everybody doing your job. Thank you to the likes out there on YouTube as well. Big old-fashioned like fest out there. Thank you very much. You guys are already through 110 playbacks. It's awesome. It's amazing. Thank you very much. YouTube's very hard to grow on. Twitch and Facebook have been my easier versions, or my easier ways to do this. So always good to see everybody doing what you can out there. 1, 3, 24, 99, 10, 42, 25, 5, 18, 35. Free pass on the last one. Well, that should have been Parker Weekly. The 95. He should be back on the lead lap this time, and we'll start at the tail end of the field. Charles Garrett in the 33 will be the first, I believe he's the first car 1 lap down. 31 of Bob Gray is going to be right behind him 2 laps down. So these drivers are going to they're going to have to keep themselves clean here when it comes to how the field works. Single file restarts. Pace truck's going to dive in on 4. Joshua Brock with Michael Coulter Jr. and Joseph Grijalva. Green flag's going to wave, and it will be 35 laps to go here at Daytona. Still a green flag pit stop in the mix. You got to have the green flag pit stop. That will be a big factor here. And right now, Anthony Crownover making a pass as well. We haven't talked about the 28 as much as we normally have. There's the Valvoline Texaco, or the Havoline Texaco. It's driving a Ford logo on there. That is the way it works, though. He's got a clean-looking car. He's in 15th up 4. Biggest mover of the race right now, Brandon Porter, is one of them. Brian Rayburn in the number 42 started 27th. Now is up to 28th here. Joshua Brock is up 25 spots. Side by side, there's the 10 of John Hammond to the outside. They're going to make it work. 42 behind the 10. And right now, the 3 of Coulter Jr. trying to push into the front stretch. Green flag racing is the way to go here as they continue to move. Side by side, the work is being done. Inside, outside moves. They are rolling down that stretch. Across the fields of the backstretch. 2.5 mile track here. One of the biggest, not the biggest, but one of the biggest super speedways that you're going to see. Joshua Brock able to lead the inside line, the best that you can see here for these drivers. The line being able to be drawn here very nicely for the 10 of the 42 on the high side. He's got a little bit of help now as you're going to start seeing how these drivers are going to be able to push the boundaries into the corners and where they're going to be able to make these mixes happen. The movement is absolutely critical for these drivers. Daytona, incredibly fast, incredibly patient. Here you have to be able to really stretch the line between what's fast and what's consistent, and these drivers are doing just that. You gotta enjoy good super speedway racing, and they're doing just that right now. 1-3-99-24. The 10 of Hammonds, 5 of Bill Hales, the 99 of Savoy to the outside. John Hammond right there in the mix as well. These drivers are trying to keep it as clean as they can. Joshua Brock with 30 laps to go when they come around and take the stripe this time. They're trying their darndest to make this all about where they want to be exactly where they need to be. They don't want to line it up. They want to be where they are. Amanda, what's going on? Bunnell is in 11th right now, right where he started. But there's some lap traffic. Holland took us right behind him. Right in front of him. Let me change the direction of that tone. 51 of 80. Dan Withers to pit road. Roughly about 29 laps to go. Good to see you out there, man. I appreciate you. Joshua Brock, inside line. There is the driver. I think part of the steering column is missing. The 8 drops low to give way to the front pack. 1, 3 inside, 99, 10 outside. Corner moves as they go. Last time in for the number 1 car, lap 28. They've had 4 cautions since then. So there's some fuel saving going on there, but we should see them, I would suspect, here in the next 6 to 8 laps to come in to make sure they can make it all the way to the end on fuel. That's the big strategy here. Got to make it on fuel. 1-3-24, one more time. Inside view for this driver. The 18 in 7th, trying to utilize the outside lane. Venom face mask on that. On that number 18's car, he's going to be there high side. And right now, Grijalva inside. Let's ride along with Grijalva here. There is his inside the cockpit view. Bottom left of your screen. His other camera went down, so I went and hid that camera so that we didn't see that. But that's what it looks like from the inside of his view. He's driving in VR, which is absolutely insane. You can see the wind deflector flapping next to him. You can see him check his mirrors. So if you want to be a part of the experience, make sure that you go to iRacing.com. And if you got a VR headset and a computer that'll run it, I highly encourage you to give it a shot because it's absolutely incredible to see. Main view for the drivers, John Hammond, Joshua Brock. That's going to be 1-2 here. As I saw the 99. He was up front there for a minute. He backed off. He's back here behind the 28 of Anthony Crownover. Joshua Brock sitting second. Good spot for him, saving fuel and able to push the 10 around. There's the 3 of Calder Jr., the 24 of Grijalva. A little lap traffic going high. Anthony Crownover is going to be staring at that lap traffic going, please stay there. Please stay there. 3, a little drift up the track right there. A little side draft action. Maybe not. 3, carrying the speed down into that 3rd spot inside line. But right now, Crownover able to make it work. 6 does a phenomenal job of staying out of the way. Donnell Williams, hats off to you, buddy. In 19th, first car, 1 lap down. Parker Weekly still trying to catch back up here as well. The 95 in 18th, he's going to be a lap down. There is Brian Rayburn, in the number 14. I'm sorry, number 42. He is behind the pace as well. He is trying to catch back up. We'll see where he is linked up at. Andrew in the mix with the end packet of these cars has Joshua Parent to the inside, to the nose of him. Is the number 29 on this car, but the 23 on the relative. Garofalo, Bob, there's Bob. I talked about Bob. Bob driving the number 40 machine here. Don't count out Bob. Bob's got himself a good mix here. There is the 35 of Mr. Holland. We'll ride along with him, see what he is doing, see what his kind of view is going to be as they roll into the corners. Getting ready to make it the Yellow Rose, 25 to go. Green flag pit stops will need to happen. And there is our Tabasco onboard view. Remember, butt kicker, feel what you've been missing. TheButtKicker.com. Use promo code Throwback, THROWBACK, Throwback at checkout for 25% off proceeds that help generate that. Help go to support this league, and they would appreciate you doing so. Matt Magner in front of the 35. 77 trying to keep that inner line draft. 35 just needs to line it up and knock him down. 24 laps to go. Brandon Porter in 16th. Up 19 positions so far. Bunnell up 1 more. The 17 trying to make a little bit of ground here. Is outside the 88 there. The 33 drops in. So the 17 might just kind of take it easy for a second. He is in 10th right now. Connor Hazel right in that 9th spot, up 19 positions. Bill Hales in 8th. He is up 13. The 99 of Kevin Savoy. He's going to be there in 7th. Joseph falls back to 6th. The outside line trying to make some moves. Anthony Crownover drops in line. He is rolling. Joe Tardif. What's up, Joe? Good to see you, man. Got to get in on the series. You got to get a hold of this guy, Joshua Brock or John Hammond. How you doing, Joe? Good to see you, man. Joe Tardif, the man of the hour. Yellow Rose, 23 laps to go. Yellow Rose, of course, being what is on the front bumper of this car right here. Wendy Ralph. Celebrating the life and honor of her here at Daytona as you see some side-by-side battles. When are they going to come to pit road? That's we got drivers that are going to need to come in very shortly, like Joshua Brock, like Michael Coulter Jr., like Grijalva, like Savoy. These ones are going to be, those are the first four. Those drivers last came to pit road on 28, so they're going to have to really push where they need to be here. Joe, thank you very much. Always, man, I appreciate you very much. I do what I can. I do what I can. So what we're going to need to see is we're going to need to see some teamwork here. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? 10, 1, 3, 28 to the inside. Does look like the 10 and the 31 are going to be there. Nobody peeling off just yet. 22 laps to go. Maybe one more lap around for the drivers. John Hammond trying to lead the inside lane. 18 to the high side. 31's right there with him, trying to shove him to the front. 31 of Bob Gray. Well, he's a lap down. And he's pushing the 18 to the front. He's like, look. He's 2 laps down. Let me take that back. Parker Weekly looks like he's going to be out of the race. He is parked it there, it does look like. So we will see what's going on there. Maybe it's just an internet issue. I'm not quite sure. Charles Garrett having an issue here. He is to pit road. He resets. Brandon and the 31 right there. Bob Gray trying to lead the field here. Gray, who is 2 laps down, make it 1 lap down, passing himself here. Or trying to pass the race leaders here to get himself out front. Not going to happen. The inside line going to pit road. John Hammond, one of those drivers, first driver on pit road, is going to make it work. Coulter Jr., Anthony Crownover, Bill Hales there. There's the one. You got to have a clean pit stop here to be able to make that work. 43 is when Brandon came in. He's going to have to come in somewhere in the realm of the next 5 to 8 laps. That's what you're going to be able to see here. 31 inside, trying to pull the field back. Brian Rayburn came in on 33. He's going to have to come in. He's going to have to come to pit road as well. The 31 of Bob Gray, who's leading the inside lane with a 45. These drivers are trying to gain some laps back here, but Bob Gray came in on 35. He's going to need to come to pit road soon. Parker came to 57. Devin came in on 27. I'm surprised Devin has not come to pit road yet. He is getting very close to a fuel strategy here that may not work in his favor. 18 to the outside, Bunnell's right there with him. 16 of Porter there. All teammates rolling the super speedway. Brandon Porter up 27 positions. Biggest mover of the race so far. Matt Magner up 21. The 77 right behind him. 77 on the inside, right behind the 16. And drivers try to peel off to pit road or maybe try to get themselves around some of the backstretch fun. 16 of Porter has the 77 right there. Joshua Parent driving the 29 paint scheme right there. Does look like it's a little Cartoon Network throwback action there. 18 high side. When he decides he needs to come to pit road, he's going to want to hope that Bob Gray is not there, because if Bob Gray's right there, he's not getting to pit road. He's got a couple of lap cars right there utilizing the low line. Appetite, what's up? Absolutely, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you as well. Always try to help with the raids. I always try to help everybody. If you're on, I like to make sure it happens. So thank you very much, Bama. I will raid you again. You know it's going to happen. Alrighty. Where are these drivers? So Michael Coulter Jr., when he came to pit road, took fuel and right side tires. John Hammond took fuel and right side tires. Anthony Crownover and Joshua Brock, they took full pit cycles. Grijalva took almost a full pit cycle. He was right there with Joshua Brock. They are still on the lead lap. That's a big factor. But they're being caught. 17 laps to go. The 18, the 17, the 16. Let's see. First through 10th. First through 9th. Brian Rayburn right here in the 42 has the 5 in front of him. The 5 of Bill Hales will be the first car 1 lap down. All of these drivers still need to come to pit road. 1st through 9th. And they need a splash, but they're going to need a splash and a whole lot of help because even though they're catching a few drivers in front of them, they're not catching them at the speed that they would need to be able to put them a few laps down. These single file drivers right here, like Joshua Brock, Michael Coulter Jr., John Hammond, all of these drivers right here, 10th and back, are running speeds that are just about 0.4 of a second better than the race leader. Last lap for John Hammond, 47.65. The 18:47.90. That high line running with the 31 and the 45 to the inside is actually hurting them. 16 laps to go. The 6 up high. Donnell Williams staying out of the lane, keeping it up high. Nice job, brother. Appreciate you very much. Rayburn to pit road. The 18 to the high side. Trying to let some of these drivers go, but there's Brandon Porter there. Some drivers deciding to peel off to pit road. That's Joshua in the 23, and the 45 is going to go ahead and peel down to pit road as well. There is 18-17. Brandon Porter in the 16. It's going to be chaos coming to pit road with these guys. 15 laps to go, and man, oh man, don't count them out. Joshua Brock leading the second pack now. They were able to make that single line work their way around the 10 here. Anthony Crown over to the high side, trying to find a line in the middle. Joshua Brock leading everybody around here. Joseph Grijalva right behind him. There is the 28. They are moving. Brandon Porter and company, they look like they might be coming to pit road. I do think they are. 18's going to lead another lap. 14 to go here for the drivers. 18, 17, 35, and the 77. Porter trying to get himself into his pit stall. Good stop. 40's right there with him as well. That's going to be Bob Garofalo. The 18, the 17, the 35. Tettled in the 97. Getting a big old toe around this racetrack. He came to pit road on 43 as well. He'll have to think about coming to pit road. He's got the 33 in front of him. Charles Garrett, who is completing lap 62 of the 66 that have been ran so far. Lap 67 being completed. 14 laps to go. (18, 17, 35, 97, 16). That's going to be your top 5 so far. The drivers coming off of pit road right now, trying to hold off to the pace here. Joshua Brock and company up to speed, and somebody that might have made that work for themselves. Not these 5 drivers. These 5 drivers right here might be working well together at the moment. They're the top 4, the 97, the 35, 17, 18 still need to come to pit road, and Joshua Brock leading that second line around, actually helping. 46.30 on his last lap. 46.32 for the 18. Pit stop, a big factor here. To get down pit road, you're going to need about 35 seconds and a 5-second pit stop at minimum to get the fuel that you need. So we're talking, and then getting back up to speed. We're talking a full minute around this racetrack between cycle to cycle, and what needs to happen is they need to just have one clean pit stop. 37 seconds between he and the 18. Anthony Crown over to the outside in the second pack. First through fourth, still making it work. 18 seconds between third and fourth spot. They are coming to pit road this time by, it does look like Andrew Tenold might have to get himself into pit road as well. Joshua Brock and company coming around. 12 laps to go. And they're going to take over the lead. Andrew Tenold not to pit road just yet. Is he going to come in or is he going to lead? Rich Holland hits his pit stop. Jesse Bunnell hits his pit stop. 18 out of pit road, trying to make it work. Tenold is going to be there. Joshua Brock and company coming around 4. trying to make the stripe here. And the other driver's trying to get up to speed. This is a big thing here. 18 and 17 trying to get up to speed, trying to lead here, trying to continue to lead. They had a great pit stop, 32.07 on pit road, 7 seconds to get enough fuel to make it the 11 laps that they need to be. But one of the things that they're not counting for here, they're going to have to get up to speed with all of these drivers coming, and they're going to hold that bottom lane. Tenold still needs to come to pit road. He came in on 43. 69 for the 18, 17 Joshua Brock to the bottom lane. And right now he's going to split the field. And all of those drivers, like 18, he stayed low, made him go around. And now he's going to be in that big pack. Led a few laps, able to stick with them. And a good strategy for the driver. He's going to be a little heavier, though. And these lighter cars are going to be able to make it work. Crown over to the outside, 23 apparent in the 29 car. Throwing me off a second there. Just throwing me off a little bit. It's all good. Mike, thank you for coming. Thank you for the like out there. Michael, thank you for the like out there as well. Brian Rinker, thank you for the like. Joe, thank you for the like out there as well. Much love. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you to everybody out there doing what you got to do. Look away for a second and look what happens. Everything's working. Everything's working for him. Thank you to all the likes out there. Appreciate everybody doing what you're doing. Thank you for being a part of the Signature Esports SE Warrior Nation. 97 to pit road now. In line. Joshua Brock leading the inside lane. That inside lane is a big one. But if you think the racing is over, it's far from it. Come on, Brock, bring it home, says the East Coast Tour. Modifieds out there. Thank you very much. 9 laps to go here at Daytona. The Winston Throwback Series being led by Joshua Brock, Joseph Grijalva behind. And one more time, we'll go cameras for each of these drivers. There is Joshua Brock. The nerves, have got to be setting in with 9 laps to go. Consistency, patience is all going to be on the line here. Make it 8 to go this time by. Right behind him, the 24. This young man trying to put to the back bumper exactly what he sees. Out of the corner they roll. Onto the stretch. Trying to keep him at bay. You saw him look to the right there. The 28 in line with him. Little gyro cam. That's what he was looking at. He was trying to see where the lineup was going to be. The run to the outside is big here on the straightaways. Grijalva right here. His outside package. Holland not far off as well. Holland's going to be a few laps down, but when he came to pit road, he had to pick up another driver here. Holland looks to be a lap down. He's in 16th, looking for any kind of action here. Any kind of who's going to come to pit road? Nobody. This thing has the caution. Who's coming to pit road? Nobody. J. Lil Brock out there. Give the love. 23, 28. Somebody's going to win here. And right now, they're going to be 3 wide into turn 1. Wall tap for one of the drivers. They're trying to keep it out. Man, what a good job. Oh, Bob. Is that Bob Gray up there? No, that was Bob Gray. Was that Garofalo? Nope, Garofalo's fine. I see cars with the same paint scheme. That's the reason why I ask. Reminder, free way to support. Follow, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do it, whatever platform you want to be in. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. I would appreciate every bit of it because if you do, then you'll be able to see much more racing like this. They've had some cautions, but the racing's phenomenal. 28-24, leading from the high side. Joshua Brock led that lap, but they are close to being a virtual tie here. 1:28, 29 to the high side, 24 over the back bumper. They are not done. 5 laps to go, and I'm going to let it play out for a second. That was almost disaster, spelling it backwards. That's exactly what I would have been saying when that happened. A whole lot of lap traffic. The 97 was down low. They were trying to give the lane to him, but they ended up having to split it up. So all that ground on the outside that was just made by the 28, now he's going to need a little bit of extra help. 99 of Kevin Savoy's going to be right there with him. Does look like Joshua Brock has the inside lane. Not much movement going on there. More lap traffic coming up in front of him. Top 10 all within, or top 9 all within striking distance. Porter 10 seconds back. Garofalo 33 seconds back. Hazel 33 seconds back. So 12 drivers on the lead lap, but a whole lot of company right there in the mix. East Coast Tour Modifieds. Get in there, Brock, as they roll. They're going to make it 3 laps to go this time by. 3 to go. Daytona has been fun. And I tell you what, you can't ask for a better race. 1:24:10:99. The 28 of Anthony Crowder inside the top 5. John Hammond trying to make the outside line stick. He's pulling some traffic with him. A little bit free off corner exit there for a couple of the drivers there. Nothing big, nothing doing. 45 rolling. 1:24:24 says, let's go. 99 to the inside. John Hammond outside. Anthony Crownover trying to push the outside lane. They want to make this the best finish in the world. Front stretch trioval. 1 has the better run to the inside. 10 still carrying speed. Looks like John Hammond led that lap by 1/1000th of a second. Brock needs it. 2 laps to go. And we are not done. 3 wide almost. They are almost 18. Try to push some boundaries here. 23 right there. Crownover 3 wide on the backstretch. They are far from done. Masajewski trying to push the middle lane. They are 3 wide before you can even say yes. 1:24:10. If the white flag strikes, it will be an epic finish. 18, 99, 18 right there with a 10. Trying to shove John Hammond to the front. 18 is coming, says, oh, he turns and white flag waves though. 18 shoved him out of the way, and right now, the 1, the 24, the 99 to the inside. John Hammond trying to close the distance. Grijalva, Brock Hammond. 35 right there, lap traffic in the midst. Keeping it as low as he can. 24 needs a run here. To the back bumper of the 1. The 10 clears the 1. John Hammond, last corner pass. Joshua Brock needs the corner right here. Oh, they're wrecking. 18. Masajewski is going to win this one out of turn 4. Older Jr., Joseph Grijalva, 3rd. Joshua Brock will come home 4th. Kevin Savoy will be 5th. Here's what happened right here. Little far chase view. We have to review this because this was kind of insane. John Hammond right here. 1 to the back bumper of the 10. Keeps it low. Oh, just barely got to him. It checks it up. 1 got into John. And man, oh man. A little bit of aggressiveness was right there. And the 18 wins it here on the high side. What an epic finish there for it, folks. Joshua Brock was just trying to be right there on the back bumper of John Hammond out of the corner and just got a little bit too close. I talked about the front of these splitters getting to the back bumper and how they kind of lift the car up a little bit. That right there is exactly what happened. And when it did happen, it was all at the wrong angle, all at the wrong spot. A fantastic race. Thank you, MCP out there. Appreciate you very much. Take a look at your race results. Maybe. 18 wins it here. The 3 comes home second. The 24 in third. Brock finishes in fourth. Kevin finishes in fifth. Hammond, Bunnell, Parent, Porter, Hazel, Garofalo, Crownover, Rayburn, Hales, Tenold, Holland, Gray, Magner, all through the top 18. Let's move down that list real quick. Donnell, Charles, Devin Galvin, Charles Van Squit, Goat Racing himself in 22nd. McComas, Dan Withers, Strickland, Weekly, Stewart, Farrington. And then all the way down to Johnson, Stinson, Burke, Skylar Sheridan. And thank you to Amar out there running the numbers. Absolutely fantastic race. Good drive off for the folks there. Brandon being able to clear it there and win this race. Absolutely insane to see and insane to watch here, folks. I'm going to let these drivers kind of do their driver interviews. My throat's a little bit sore right now. I yelled too much there. So we will we'll bring them in and we'll let them talk about, well, I might bring them in whenever they are ready and let them talk about it. 18 did not deserve that. Hammond was a factor all night. Hammond did a great job. And what happened there was just a little bit of, we watched it, a little bit of nose contact to the one. He was just trying to be there, and it was just too much nose contact on the wrong side of the bumper. And yeah, it just, I mean, right there was there. It was a great job. It was a great race. These guys did a phenomenal job. Let's talk to the race winner. Congrats, Brandon, on the race win. Talk us through the last couple of laps. Throat's a little bit sore, so I'm going to let you guys have at it and give your shout-outs as well, Brandon. Congratulations once again. I know the seat's kind of parted there at the end. You were in the right spot.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, that was pretty hectic the last few laps. I was just trying to focus, hammer down, and try to give as much room without giving up too much space, and take what I could. And it sucks that the 10 got wrecked there at the end. He had a really good push from behind from me, and I was comfortable with finishing there, but just the way everything happened, I guess the cards fell in my favor.
Seemed like it did, and seemed like it was destined to be a great finish regardless. Brandon, give your shout-outs out there.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out. I think my dad's watching my stream tonight. I think we got a few other people watching as well. And just a shout out to all the guys. Jesse for giving me the pushes. Richard, he was pretty much our strategy guy all night in the 35. So, without those guys, we might not have been where we were at the end. So, big shout out to everybody that puts on this league every week. I know Michael Coulter, John Hammond, everybody in the admin crew, Amir, our race control. The league is a blast to race, man, and I'm glad I was here to finish this one and put it out on top.
Sounds like a good plan. We'll see you next week, Brandon. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it, man. Take care of that throat.
I'm working on it. It was just a great race. It was a great race, and